Okay. Excellent. All right, everybody. We are now also live on YouTube, and so this will I'm learning to be able to stream as we do this, and if some errors happen, it's only natural. Um, and but let's just settle in and allow yourself um, allow yourself to simply have everything that you need for your body to be comfortable. If you need a little bit of water. It's going to be a little bit of an introduction to today's topic. Today's topic is the embrace of the heart, and especially as it relates to grounding and um, that opens to the capacity of surrender. And yes, as this is like a live version, I want to say also that yes, that you can, whenever you arrive or whenever you see this, yes, there's going to be some words here describing. Then we're going to do a meditation for probably about 35, 40 minutes. And then there will be some space for potential reflections, Q&A. And this, if you are wishing to join even more intimately, you can do so on Zoom, although it seems like it'll be on both platforms. It'll be mostly chat unless but if people are willing to be public, you could come if you wanted to. You could come on Zoom and have a live question and a live connection. And so that we'll see how all of that works. But I'm wanting to bring these meditations to more people, and now they will be more accessible, hopefully, here. And so back to the topic here. And the topic here, embrace of the heart and grounding that can open the capacity to surrender. And so in meditation, we we often see meditation as something that can really help us, that can help us ground, it can help us be a better person, it can help us open to our divine self, to being able to witness the divine, and then, um, but then often there are essentially, unless you're already free, then going into kind of silence and surrendering to be able to feel the sense of oneness that you are and be able to realize that in the moment. It takes a quiet mind, it takes an available open heart, and the more open your whole being is, then the more really there's a capacity then to surrender. And it's in that surrendering, in this opening to what really is in the present moment, this really releasing, that then that experience can be opened. So now, as I often teach, this openness is not something that can be forced, but it's really through this path of being able to surrender. Yes, which is like release. But to release, many people, for example, in my life, I spent a lot of time saying, oh, please, God or Goddess, please help me with this. And yet I was holding onto certain things in ways that I didn't know. And um, and so over time, I discovered, oh, in some ways I can only I can only surrender and really open what I'm willing to hold and what I'm willing to experience. What I'm not willing to experience, I am not capable of surrendering. And that's my sense. And so there, then it's like, wow, okay. So I can't, if I say the words, oh, God, please help me with this. And the words are very pregnant with the experience, and I'm experiencing it as I'm saying it, I may be able to actually release it. But if I say, oh God, please help me, or oneness, or all that is, please help me with this, but I'm saying it, but I'm not willing to feel about it, I'm not willing to experience it, then you might discover that it didn't move that much. And so, in light of this part of what it is that's necessary is a process of being able to actually include life so that we can surrender it if we wish. We can also stay with it, we can hold it and be with that. But we also can gain the freedom to surrender and to be more free. So that when anything like that comes along in our life, we can be it and we can also release and not be that and just kind of like you have a memory in your life of there's some parts of your past that you can recall and let go of and drop it. Other parts of your past that it's maybe like it comes and it's like, oh, it stays a little bit because there's still some gravity there. There's still some stuckness there. And so, one of the foundational principles to be able to surrender is then including. And how do we include? And of course, here this is a massive topic, but at a very basic level, this meditation will be designed to help include. And this including, in a way, you can imagine it like an embrace. And so here, the embrace of the heart. This including, like an embrace for a hug. It's like imagine there's a hug. There need to be some arms, like, or maybe not, but there needs to be a body that comes to be close. Maybe some of us don't have arms, but there needs to be a body that is able to somehow to go and create the hug, the embrace. Yes, which is being willing to feel, being willing to experience the thought, the image of it, whatever, to be able to experience. And to be able to do that, there needs to be a certain amount of presence. And this presence comes from, in a way, relaxed being. The parts of us that are relaxed, the parts of us that are willing to experience, can, yes, can, I'm just moving a window here, but the parts of us that are willing to experience are present. And those parts, and that part of us, when we're from there, can include other parts of life a little bit more. So it's much, in a way, more secure to say it was from a place where I was willing to experience whatever that was, that I was able to help my friend. It was from a place where I was very uncomfortable where I was, that I didn't want to experience, and I was resisting feeling what I was feeling and thinking clearly or seeing I didn't want to see, I didn't want to perceive. But then it became very hard to help my friend. Yes. And so, in a way, we need a ground, and that ground can then include little by little. So, this is how this meditation will be structured. And yes, just checking on the, seems like the YouTube is working. And very good. And so let yourself find a comfortable position. If you need a little bit of water, whatever it is, we're going to go into the meditation now. Oh, yes. And as you allow yourself to do so, you can take a few deep breaths, like in whatever position you're in, to allow, for example, for the body to reorganize into a place where you can be, it can be a stable foundation. Yeah, often an upright spine can help, can be a place where we can be alert and also relaxed. Allow yourself to come into whatever position is good for you. And begin here to let yourself relax. And I'm going to read some words as we come into the beginning here. Yes, there will be a bell here at the beginning and at the end of the meditation. And then we'll read some words here from Santa Teresa de Avila. And let's begin here. So settling in. Allowing the bell to bring us into that inner space, that present momentness, helping us remember to be here. And as you may close your eyes and allow these words to simply bathe, yeah, like an essence, that this is speaking about, well, a lot of pieces, but the focus here and the reason why I'm reading this has to do with that sense of what happens when the ground of being, our relaxation, or that surrendered place that is the more real, can include or naturally includes. It is as if a raindrop fell from heaven into a stream or fountain and became one with the water in it, so that never again can the raindrop be separated from the water of the stream, or as if a little brook ran into the sea, and there was thenceforward no means of distinguishing its water from the ocean. or as if a brilliant light came into a room through two windows, and though it comes divided between them, it forms a single light inside. Allowing the awareness of the parts of you that are willing to experience. There may be parts of life that are hard, but there are some parts of life, maybe the experience of sitting or laying, some parts of life that you do, in fact, feel the openness. I'm willing to experience, I'm willing to be with my breath. I'm willing to feel the support of my seat, to simply be with it, as simple as that. I'm capable of maybe feeling that seat, maybe relaxedness in certain parts of my body. Very gently, simply allowing the natural flow of your breath to help you rest more and more. Relax in what feels accessible here. Connecting to that ground of being that is what is accessible right now. And oh, this ground that holds our bodies so generously. Allowing every breath to simply make space like a little broom making some room to feel, even if there's some uncomfortableness, the willingness to experience. It's like, yes, yes, an implicit, yes, even this, even this. And as we allow for the awareness, your thoughts, your feelings to rest in these areas, there may even be areas of your life that you feel very comfortable with. And you can let yourself feel like those are a part of this ground. Things that you like. Maybe relationships or activities. Simply including those places that where you can feel that yes, I do include, I do accept that, and I can let myself rest. More and more, allowing the breath to be unanimously more and more with this relaxed support, even if it's a little bit, allowing more of you to park right there, gently. And you may notice that your thoughts take you other places or feelings where you're not as willing. And you simply come back to the ground of what is comfortable, what is possible. And then from there, allow yourself to include that part, that thought, a little bit of a risk. Yes? That I look at you, and even though there's something that's a little bit hard right there, I can allow you to be more in my experience, even a little bit, to be part of this ground of what I'm willing to be, I'm willing to accept. And so just let yourself go into this ground, be this ground, and include a little bit more, noticing if that drop that is coming into the ocean of that ground, noticing what can happen there. Of course, from the relaxedness, you can take these risks by really including letting yourself see that which may be hard, or maybe to feel about that which may be hard, picking something that is gentle at first so that you can get a little bit of a sense of flow, bringing more and more into the embrace of the heart, the ground that we are. Allowing more and more from the relaxed in you. The parts that are willing to be, I'm willing to experience. More settles there, and I can include little by little more of what might be hard. what I'm willing to experience, to be a part of, is my ground, is part of the ground. From there, we can include more. What I'm willing to experience, I can surrender. returning to that warmth where you are willing, where you know you may even like experiencing, and then allowing that warmth, we allow that warmth to color the way we perceive, to surrender more and more. however small or vast, feeling that yes, I am here. And allowing that experience to flow, to relax, be supple, and surrender. Gently taking a few deeper breaths, thanking existence for those parts that are relaxed and can include, and also thank you to all that we do not know how to include, for you, life, also make it possible for us to be alive. New life also make it possible for us to grow. So thank you to the parts that are already yeses, and also to the ones that are no's. Gently allowing yourself to send maybe some kindness, some warmth from the yes, that yes energy, to the parts of life that might feel like a vast ocean that we still do not know how to include. And just sending a prayer of wishing well, wishing for your happiness and love. The love in me wishes to get to know more and more of the love in you. And very gently allow the inclusion of our lives, allowing yourself to, in your own space, from this relaxed place, from the place that is a yes, however small, that from there we may open our eyes and open to more. Hmm. And so now we've completed our meditation. And if anybody wishes to comment um, or even, yes, use your voice, just know that this is on a public live stream on YouTube and will be on YouTube. Um, which also can be very helpful for others because the courage that we bring to be a part of these healing spaces can help others discover the courage to be a part of healing spaces. And so, yes, if there's anything that you wish to reflect or um, something you may have learned or that you may have a question, I'm very happy to support here. Um, and of course, the chat in Zoom is private, as far as I understand. Yes, very good. Yes, any questions or um, anything? Also, for those on YouTube, I should be able to see the chat there. And, but I hope this meditation and this process is nurturing, and this embrace of the heart, the ground that opens to surrender, the capacity to surrender. Very good. Mhm. Yes, may you have a wonderful day. Um, and of course, anybody can reach out to me if you're wanting to participate in the Zoom. There will be a description, in the description, the place where you can register for these meetings that happen on a weekly basis on Fridays. And the plan is to continue live streaming. And yes, but any questions, anything that comes up, you can ask questions about meditation, about whatever this process, what comes up, reflections. if you have any reflections of experiences from these meditations or anything, you can um, share them, and we create more and more. All right. Well, very um, happy to have been here and done this, and um, wishes for goodness and life. And until next time, till next time, bye bye.